Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Karina. I'm a makeup artist. Today I'm going to show you how to do this simple summery cute look that'll go really well with any white t-shirt that you own. I'm just wearing a kind of oversized tee from Zara. And I'm thinking about starting a series on my channel that kind of shows you how I think about doing different makeup looks with specific outfits that I'm wearing. And I think it can just be fun for women my age because I think that you kind of get stuck in that cycle of just doing the same look every day, one that you know looks good on you. But there's a lot of ways that you can just switch up your makeup a little bit. I'll still keep it simple, classic, timeless, but it'll just add a little bit of variety to your routine. And I think it could be fun or make sense if I organize it by specific outfits. So for example, today, like how to do a makeup look for a white t-shirt. So let me know if you think that'd be a good idea, and let's get into this makeup look today. Okay, I just got out of the shower and I already put moisturizer on, but I love my skin to feel really glowy and healthy under my makeup. So I'm gonna start with my Becca Skin Love Glow Elixir. So just a drop on my hand, and it really just gives you that extra level of hydration and it'll just bring your skin to life. I'll put a little bit of sunscreen on. I'll link this product down below. I love this one because it doesn't leave a white cast and it's not shiny. I don't always do this, but just because I'm feeling like being a little bit extra today, I'm gonna do a little bit of an eye gel as well. And like I said, I'll link everything down below for you to see what I'm using. So my outfit's pretty simple and I'm gonna do a bright pop of color on my lip, and I think I'll do kind of like a pop of color on my cheeks as well. So I wanna keep the rest of the makeup really simple, and it'll just kind of tie in with the white t-shirt look just because this is like a simple shirt, but because it's all one color and it's really light and there's no other colors, like I'm not wearing any other colors, then I can get away with doing a pop of color on my lips and cheeks. So I want my base just to be like a hydrating, light tinted base. So I'm gonna just mix a foundation and a moisturizer together and blend that into my skin. And then I'm just gonna take my Morphe M439. It's just a nice buffing brush. I will spray that a little bit just to make it a bit more, add a little bit more moisture in. And then I'm just gonna buff that out. I still have a few blemishes that I wanna cover, and I'm gonna do a little bit of spot concealing. I have this little detailer brush by Real Techniques, so I'll dip that into my concealer and just put it on the areas that I want a little bit more coverage. I am going to put a little bit of an eye corrector down underneath my eyes, and I don't always do that step either, but just on days where I just want to feel like a little bit more perfected, I guess. Then I'll just take what's left on the back of my hand. I mix my concealer, so I always mix it on the back of my hand. And so I'm not going to use very much, but I'll just tap my finger in there and go in and do my under eyes and conceal that area as well. And I'll just take some translucent powder and a really small powder brush, and I'll just set under my eyes, around my nose, and on my chin, basically just kind of on the center of my face. All right, I'm going to leave my skin like that for now and just move on to eyes. So first I'll do my eyebrows. I have them microbladed, so I don't need a ton of work done on them, but I will just run a brow gel through them and just add a little bit, fill them in where they need to be filled in, but I just want them to be kind of natural. So for eyes, like I said, I just want to keep them really bright. I'm using the Painterly Paint Pot by MAC. So I'll just take a fluffy brush and dip that in there and run it all over my eyelid and all the way up to my eyebrow. Then I'll just kind of set that in place with that same translucent powder. For my inner corners, I'm gonna put just a matte, like a light matte color down. So I'm using Swan. This is the Too Faced palette. I've used it before, and it's just like a really nice natural neutrals palette. So just taking this not the inner corner, but the shade on the side, and putting that right into my inner corner and just bringing it up a little bit as well. I'll show you. So right into the inner corner here, and then I just pull it up to the inner part of my eyelid as well. And that really brightens your eye look up, makes you look super, super awake. That's all I'm gonna do for shadow. I'm not gonna define or contour or anything like that, but I will put a cream colored eyeliner on my waterline just to make myself look even more awake. For lashes, I'm just gonna push in a dark brown eyeliner pencil into the lash line. I'm not gonna do a defined line. I'll just kind of work the product right into my lash band, and it just makes your lashes look thicker without looking like there's actually a product there. You don't have to worry about precision for this. Just do tiny little dots on the as close to your lashes as you can and kind of in between your lashes, and kind of wiggle that pencil between the lashes, and then it'll look a little bumpy, but just take your finger and kind of carefully smudge along the band. And by the time you put mascara on, that base area will be covered anyway, so you don't have to worry, but it really just makes your lashes look so thick. So you'll get something that looks like this. So I just curled my lashes and I'm going to go in with a couple of coats of my mascara. And just to let you know, I spend a long time on my mascara. I obviously cut out a lot of the footage because it's boring to watch, but I probably spend like 3 minutes or maybe more, 3 or 4 minutes on like coating my lashes, doing the zigzag motion and doing that 2 or 3 times just to really get them coated and full looking. Oops, I didn't know I wasn't recording. I'm so sorry. So all I did was put a little bit of a balm on my lip, and then I used MAC Ruby Woo lipstick, which is like a classic red color. And then I just threw that on my lips without being too careful or precise. I find this the quickest way I should say, to do red lips. So put it straight on from the bullet and then go in with a liner afterward, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm using Hot Red by NYX. Once you've got the product on there, now you're gonna go in and perfect the edges with a liner. I used to love liquid lipsticks because they don't budge, so you can go out and drink all night or eat or whatever, and they don't come off your lips like other lipstick does. But now I just find that they're so uncomfortable and so drying that I actually don't go for those as much anymore. But I have American Doll by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And what I'm going to do is just put a little bit on my lip to brighten the color. I want my lips to be more vibrant, and it will help with longevity, but it won't be as uncomfortable as if you just put this straight on your lip. So now I just have to finish up with my face because right now I'm looking really flat. So I'm going to warm up my face a little bit with a light dusting of bronzer. After all, it is summertime, so I still want that summertime glow. Now for blush. I always like to do my lip first so I can see how much blush I need. Oftentimes when you're wearing like a super bold lip, you just need a little bit more blush, otherwise you can look a little bit washed out in the cheek area. So I'm going to opt for this burgundy color. Just taking a duo fiber brush so I can control the product a little bit more, because it's a MAC blush and it's really pigmented. So if you just go in there with a regular blush brush and slap it on your face, you're gonna look like a clown and you're not gonna be able to blend it out very well. So the key here is just a lot of control. Starting kind of on the apples and pulling it back into the temple area. Start with a really small amount first, and then just step back and look at yourself in a mirror and just see how much more you need to add. Okay, and actually that blush is really pretty, but it's not exactly kind of the look I was going for. So I'm gonna use this really bright, kind of intimidating pink color, and I'm just gonna put that on the apples because I want my cheeks to be brighter. Okay, so that is quite bright, but it is kind of the look I had in mind, and it's, after all, because my eyes and my shirt, my outfit is so simple, I think I can probably get away with it. I'm gonna wear it for a couple minutes here and see if the blush settles in a little bit, but I think I kind of like it. Lastly, I'm gonna add a little bit of a glow, so I'm using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal, and I'm just gonna push that into my skin using a damp sponge. Then I'll fill in my beauty mark like I always do. So I actually kind of like the cheeks. It might be a little bit much for someone, but obviously you can choose any cheek color you want. You can pull it off easily with a white t-shirt too, because the outfit's so simple. So but yeah, let me know what you think about this look, and let me know especially what you think about my outfit series idea, pairing makeup looks with certain outfits. I think that could be really fun and hopefully really helpful for you. If you're into simple and wearable makeup looks for outfits and occasions, then subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. I'll see you in my next video.